Welcome back. My name is Jonathan Colmans, and today we're going to talk about what drives us at OAKS Wealth Management, and that's our principles. Five years ago, when I started OAKS Wealth Management, I did what any good MBA graduate would do. I sat down and I wrote a business plan. We created a mission statement, a vision statement. We had a 2- and 5-year marketing and growth strategy. Included and embedded in those were our core values. They are people, reality, transparency, humility, and goals. Last year I read a book by Ray Dalio called Principles, and it transformed my concept of core values into principles. What Ray does in this book is he talks about his process and his principles. How you can't have process without principles. At OAKS Wealth Management, we're very process driven. The Certified Financial Planning Board gives us 6 financial planning processes. And we use software and technology to make sure that we're on track with our clients through those 6 goals. But that's not enough. You have to have principles behind what you're doing, both internally within your team and your partners, and externally with your clients. In fact, it was so important for us to integrate these new principles that we went back and reviewed our mission and vision statement. We are now a client-focused, principle-driven advice and asset management company. Our mission is to do meaningful work with meaning and having meaningful relationships with individuals, business, and families that share our principles. That's right. We have principles twice in our mission and vision. I'm going to quickly go over the 5 principles and why they are so important to us. The first is people. We are a people-first organization. A lot of firms and businesses say they are, but in reality, when you get in there and the prospect comes in, they start to grab those statements and they're so eager to open the account and get the funds over that the client doesn't even really know what they're in or what they're doing. We completely turn that on its head. We're going to understand your relationship with money, what you've done in the past, how you felt when the market was at all-time highs, what you felt like when you opened that statement and it was at all-time lows. We're going to understand all of that. We want to make sure you're a good fit for what we do here. It's about the relationship and the people, not the assets. Our second principle is reality. Disappointment lies in between expectation and reality. Too many times advisors paint too rosy of a picture, especially early on in the engagement. Maybe they say the client is a little further along than they actually are, or they give projections that show that they're going to be able to achieve their goals with very little behavior or saving modifications. Then what happens? They get disappointed. Sometimes the disappointment is in service, sometimes it's in returns, but because that expectation was set so early, not clearly or accurately, I think that leads to the disappointment. What we do here is give an accurate assessment, an assessment you might not be happy with, an assessment that you probably know that you're not going to be happy with, but you're going to get the truth here. And then we're going to take the data that we gather, we're going to put it into the computer using very conservative statistical models and to get a probable outcome. And then we're going to use my experience in the software and technology to try to develop these little tiny skills, saving habits and behavioral habits to get you closer to that goal. Transparency. The financial services industry has actually come a long way on this one. Many years ago, clients didn't know what they owned, what services were available to them, and what they were paying. Clearly, that's not going to be an issue at OAKS Wealth Management. All of that information is right there available to you in the new client kit. It's posted on our webpage, and clients are always available to give me a call and I can explain and go over all of that. But I think embedded inside of transparency is now an important principle that relates to a fiduciary standard. And that is when I have to put your needs ahead of my own.
So yes, we either lost the video or did not create the video for humility. So that is a bit humiliating and quite humbling. So now I give you our principle of humility. Humility means we don't know everything. We are going to use our partners in estate planning, tax planning, mortgage, insurance. Whatever the question is, we're not likely to know the answer right off the top of our head. So we're going to pick up the phone, we're going to call, we're going to Google, and we're going to try to get you the best answer we can in a timely manner. And we will admit up front, we do not know everything. So now, back to your regular video.
And lastly, goals. But like a circle that neither has a beginning or an end, goals are not last. Goals are in fact one of the very first things that we talk about and discuss in the financial planning process when you come in. Many people ask, John, how much money do I have to have? I'd have to have millions of dollars to work with you. And I say no. We don't operate like that. First thing I'm going to say is, are you cash flow positive every single month? Do you have proper emergency savings? And third, do you have a goal in mind? That's right. Very early on, before I even know you, I'm asking, what is your goal? I cannot control the stock market. I can't control the weather, terrorist attacks. All of these things I cannot control. But if together we develop a relationship built on trust and we have a goal in mind, I can start us on a path to incrementally change your behavior and get you statistically closer to your goal. That's why we focus on goals. People come to me not because I pick the greatest stocks or have the best asset allocation, but because they see changes in their life and they can see themselves every single year getting closer to their goal. These principles drive everything that we do here at OAKS Wealth Management. Internally with our team members and our industry experts, and externally with our clients. And that's our core values. We truly are a client-centric, process-driven advice and asset management company. We live these principles at home and at work. Thank you so much for watching today. Please be sure to like and subscribe, hit the little bell, follow us on all our social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. My name's Jonathan Comans. I'll see you next time.
Actually,
Don't move.
yeah.
Transparency. Okay. My Lord. People, reality, transparency, humility, and goals. I keep hearing the door open. Do you keep hearing the door open? We truly are an advice and asset management company.
But wait, what if I told you I was in?